All right, so we had a little technical challenge, so we had to address it, and you are back now. All right, so before you left off in the first video, we were talking about the line spacing, okay? So, and I was showing you that the line spacing I was supposed to use 2.0, so you can get it from here. So once you use 2.0, we are done. I mean, we are good. So let's try to look at how it appears now. So right now it seems it's quite legible. I mean, the lines are quite spaced well. Somebody can easily read through them. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do is using the various heading types. Okay, the heading styles. So the abstracts, as I said, the abstracts, acknowledgements, introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, those things, they are all under heading 1. They are all main headings on their own. Okay, so over here I'm going to have this one as heading 1. Now heading 1, I've already formatted it, already made it center, underline, and bold. Okay, so now this is how you do it. So if your heading 1 doesn't appear like this, it's not a big deal. Just right click on the heading 1, come to modify, then you can change whatever you want to change about it from here. So make sure that it's on Times New Roman. Your space your spacing should be 12, as I told you earlier that you're not supposed to do, sorry, the size, you're not supposed to do it 14 or 16 or whatever. It's supposed to be 12. Okay, then you're going to have bolding it. I mean, you make it look the way you would want it to look, but this is how I prefer it looking. Okay, then the spacing too, you have to do it 2.0. So this one is 2.0, this one is 1.5, and this one is 1.0. Okay, so you're going to keep at 2.0. all right, then this is the alignment. So you have left align, center align, and then all these things. I'm going to keep it at center. Okay, yeah, so that is that for the heading 1. Now the acknowledgement is also supposed to be kept as heading 1, because as I said earlier, it's one of the main standalone headings. Okay, so we have table of contents also coming in as heading 1. We have list of tables and figures also coming in as heading 1. Okay, this one is also going to be heading 1. Then our introduction. Okay, so the introduction is also going to be heading 1. Now under the introduction, remember that we started off with the nature of rubber ties. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use the 1.1.1, 1.0 point whatever, 1 point whatever, point whatever. Okay, so now over here we have chapter 1. Now the moment we have chapter 1, our first number is going to be 1 point something. You get me? So now let me just type something over here. We're going to have 1 point. Once you have chapter 1, it's going to be 1 point something. Then the very first topic under the chapter 1 is going to be point 1. You get me? So 1.1. all right, because under the chapter 1 we are on nature of rubber ties, and that's the very first thing over here. Okay, then this one is not a sub of anything, so this one is going to be 1.1.0. okay, so if there is a subtopic under the nature of rubber ties, it's going to be 1.1.1. all right, sorry, this one is supposed to be 1.1.1. no, 1.1.0. okay, so that is it. It means that it is on its own. There's no sub under it. So let me keep it to the right side. Let me just erase it, keep it here, 1.1.0. then I'll just paste it perfectly. All right, then this one, the nature of roots. Sorry, before the nature of roots I had something. Okay, the nature of rubber ties. I thought I typed out the types of rubber ties and all of that. Okay, all right, so that one is here. Okay, so now, so the nature of roots is also going to be 1 point. Now it's not going to be 1.1, it's going to be 1.2, because that's the second subtopic under the chapter 1. all right, so I'm going to have my nature of roots to be 1.2. that one is also going to be 0.0, because the moment the third number, the moment it becomes anything other than 0, what it means is that it is a sub under the second topic under the particular chapter. all right, so let me go to chapter 2. I'll have something like that to show over there. So now this one is also going to be 2 points, the first thing 0.0. Okay, rubber ties is just on its own. Then this one, types of rubber ties. Now remember that we are still talking about rubber ties, okay? And then under the rubber ties, we are discussing types of rubber ties. So this one becomes a subtopic under the 2.1. All right, remember that we had 2.1.0 over here. So this one is going to be 2.1.1. All right, then under this, so we have so under this we have, remember that when as we are talking about the types of rubber tie, the types of rubber tie is the main topic. Okay, then mentioning type 1, this one we don't need to make it a topic or a title. We can just keep it as this. All right, but probably you may want to bolding it so that it will stand out, but you don't have to come and do this 2 points something. No. Just let us keep the numbering as 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 1 2 3. Now activated charcoal, remember activated charcoal is also under chapter 2, but it is not under rubber ties. Okay, activated charcoal is the main thing on its own, but it is under chapter 2. So it's also going to be 2 points. Now we are not going to 2.1 because 2.1 has already been given to rubber ties, anything rubber ties. So that's going to be 2.2.0. all right, so when I come here, all right, so somebody is asking if every heading should start on a new page. Of course, every heading should start, every main heading, okay, the main ones. So the abstract, the acknowledgement, if you listen to the first one that I did, the abstract, the acknowledgement, the chapter 1, which is the introduction, the literature review, chapter 2, your methodology, chapter 3, all these things should start on a new line. All right, okay, so sorry, I mean on a new page. So we're going to have activated charcoal. As I said, it's not a part of the 2.1. It's going to be 2.2.0. all right, now let's assume that under the activated charcoal we have something like I don't know, maybe we have, probably you may want to talk about types of activated charcoal. Okay, so types of activated charcoal. All right, so remember that we are talking about activated charcoal, and this one is a type of it. So this one is going to be 2.2. Remember that 2.2 goes for activated charcoal, 0.1. all right, now that's how it goes. So anything that comes under the sub of the main heading, it becomes a sub, okay, of the sub. All right, so activated charcoal 2.2.0, then types 2.2.1. okay, then pyrolysis is also under a friend is saying under the chapter 2, but this one it's under the chapter 2, but then it's a different thing. It's not under rubber ties, it's not under activated charcoal, it's on its own. So this one is going to be 2.3.0. all right, then it continues like that. So now remember, methodology is supposed to be heading 1. So when I come to home, then I can make it heading 1. all right, then this one's also going to be heading 1. Now let me go back to the chapter 2 and then explain something, show something there. So over here now the rubber ties is going to be heading 2, okay, because it sits right under the literature review, which is under heading 1. all right, now because I hadn't formatted the literature review to be heading 1, the format was a bit different from all that we had. Okay, so the rubber ties, so 2.1.0 rubber ties, then this one is heading 2. okay, then we have 2.1.1, which comes under the rubber ties. Okay, so this one is going to be heading 3. I don't know, it's kind of like it's a stepwise something. So you remember when you're doing communication in com skills, you had how do you call it? I've forgotten the way we call it, but then you have a system where we had horizontal communication, you have vertical communication, up and down communication. all right, so if you take something like this, if I'm supposed to apply the same analogy, if I take the rubber ties and then the activated charcoal, they will be on the same level. Okay, they'll be on the same level because they all fall under the chapter 2. Okay, so they will all have to be heading 2. But then the types of rubber types fall under the rubber types, so that one is supposed to be different, so it's going to be under heading 3. Okay, now if you look at it, the way I have formatted the heading 3 and then heading 2 is all the same. All right, I just bolding it and then I kept it to the right. I didn't underline it as I did in the main headings, and that's how you are supposed to do it. Okay, don't be doing a lot of underlinings. So this is it. Now this piece is not necessary. I'm going to show you all of these things. So for now, let's keep it as this. Okay, so then when I get to types of activated charcoal, so this one is also going to be for heading 3 because it comes under the types of activated charcoal, which is it comes under the activated charcoal which has already occupied heading 2. Okay, so this one is going to be heading 3. Then pyrolysis is also different from activated charcoal. It's different from types, the rubber types. This one is also a main thing because if you look at the number, it has come to 2.3, so it's a main thing on its own. So you're going to use heading 2, but remember, all of these things are still under the chapter 2. That is why I'm not changing any of them to heading 1, because the chapter 2 is the heading 1. That's the main thing, the big thing. Then all these things fall under it in a certain order. Okay, so I have that one there. So I have the pyrolysis as that. Then the methodology, I'm going to change. Okay, that's it. Results and discussion. Okay, then chapter 5 is supposed to be conclusion, and this one is supposed to be heading 1. All right, then there's supposed to be references. That's also supposed to be heading 1. Then also there's going to be appendix. That is where you have pictures. Redundant pictures, maps. All these things that you want to show there. If you look at sample reports, you know what the appendix entails. Okay, so that's also going to be heading 1. All right, now let's go and generate our table of contents and see how it works. Now abstract, acknowledgement, table of contents. So our table of contents is supposed to be somewhere here, so I'll have to bring the cursor here. Now once the cursor is here, I come to references. Okay, now when I come to references, if you look at this side, you have table of contents. Okay, so when I click on it, I have these options. So if you look at this option, we have heading 1, then heading 2 is under heading 1, heading 3 is also under heading 2. All right, so those are the formats that are here. Now because I want to change the font style to Times New Roman, I want to change my spacing and everything, I'll come to custom table contents. Now when I come to custom table contents, I'm going to still keep it this way. Heading 1 should be under heading 2, and then, sorry, heading 2 should be under heading 1, and then heading 3 should be under heading 2, in that order. All right, then I'm going to come to modify. Okay, so when I come to modify, then also under the modify, I can also select another modify again. Okay, so over here I can name the table whichever way I want to name it. So over here I named it Calypso table. Okay, so let me name it something else. Let me call it NK table. All right, now I'm going to use linked paragraph and character. This one is mostly it's automatic, so if it is not automatic, you have to use this one, linked paragraph and character. Now that one will allow you to just click on the table of content and it will take you to where exactly in the report that particular thing you clicked on is, as you see in some of the books that you read. Okay, so based on normal, all these things, normal, I'm going to change my font to Times New Roman. Font size is supposed to be 12. My color automatic, or you can select black anyway. Then I'm going to justify my table of contents. I'm going to use double spacing and all of those things. All right, then now look at this, automatically update table. Put it on automatically update table so that anytime you make a changes in the formatting style, it will be evident in the table. Okay, so say maybe I generated my table by the time I had reached, say, chapter 2. So when I move to chapter 3 and I select the chapter 3 and I use heading 1, the formatting for heading 1, it's supposed to be automatically added to the table of contents. But then if I don't do automatically update table, I'll have to manually do it. Okay, I'll show you how to do that one too. So let me keep it this way. So okay. Now if you look at this, you see that my table of contents automatically just popped up. All right. Now look at the order it came. So I have my abstract, all right, my acknowledgements, table of content, all these things are on their own. On all these things, I didn't have any subtopic or any subheadings under them. All right. Then I have my literature review. So under my literature review, that's where I have the rubber ties, and then under the rubber ties, you can see types of rubber ties. Then I come back to activated charcoal, types of activated charcoal. I come back to pyrolysis. You see, it's supposed to follow that order. Then all these things also come in the chapter 3, chapter 4. You see that all these things are used heading 1. Now let me show you the fun part of it. If I hold control and I click on any of the stuff over here, it will take me directly to the point in the report. You see, automatically it brought me to types of rubber ties. Now let me scroll up and then do something else. So let me say my table of contents is somewhere here. If I want to go to literature review, I'll just hold my control, click on it. It takes me to literature review. All right. So that's how to generate your table of contents. Okay. Now, I'm coming. Hold on. Let me check my next thing on the list. Okay. So now let's look at how to do your page numbers. Okay. How to do a page numbering. How to do a page numbering and page breaks and all those things. So now, your report, your cover page is not supposed to be numbered, okay? Or the title page. I told you that the cover page is going to be given, or is going to be done by the printer, okay? The person who is supposed to print it. Anyways, I'm into printing, so when it gets there, you can just send me your report and I'll work on it for you, so that you'll be very safe, okay? So now, hold on. Oh, I just came to my attention that you people can see. All right, so I just realized that you people were not seeing what I was doing. Okay, forgive, and let me quickly take it again because I've corrected this thing for me. Let me quickly take it again. All right, so now I was talking about how to generate the table of contents. Let me go back, undo. Okay, now I believe we were following until it got to the point where we're generating the table of contents. So we've done the chapter 1, the heading 1, heading 2, and everything. We've done it, all those things. So we are now supposed to generate the table of contents. Okay. So I'm supposed to move up all the way to where I have my table of contents. You see, we created room for it, but we didn't use it. Okay, and that's how it works. You don't. The fact that it comes first, it comes at the beginning of the report, doesn't mean that that's what you're supposed to do first. Okay. All right. So when I come to my table of contents, then I come to references up here. If you look at the whatever bar we call it, when we were in high school, GHS, we used to memorize whatever name of the bar. I've forgotten. But then if you come up here, when you come to references, I don't know whether it's menu bar or something. Now I can see table of contents on the very far end. Okay. If you click on it, you can see heading 1, heading 2. I mean, we have automatic table 1, automatic table 2. You can select any of them, all right? But then we would want to format the table of contents to suit our formatting style that we are using, which is the Times New Roman, the font size to be 12 and all those things, okay? So I'll come to custom tables so that I can also custom contents. When I come to custom contents, I have it this way. Okay, so I'll come to, so over here we are using four different levels. So heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4. We can change it to say show 3 levels, show 2 levels, or 1 level. But then the minimum is supposed to be say 3 or 4. All right. So if if I come to this place, the modify, all right, I can modify you see now. If you look at this, we have TOC1, TOC2, TOC3, TOC4 in that order. So we first take the TOC1. That's what that one's for the heading one. When I take the TOC1, I modify it. I use times new Roman. I use 12. I don't have to put in anything over here. Then I use my justify, double spacing. I'll automatically update the table, everything. Then I come to TOC2. All right, I'll modify that one too. I'll use times new Roman. I'll use 12 and then automatic. Then I'll justify the thing, double spacing. Yeah, that's fine. Then 2C3 modify times new Roman. I'll use 12 over here. All right, automatic. I'll do this one, justify, and then double spacing. Then when I come to the TOC4, now the reason why I'm doing from 1 to 4 is that that is how far we want to go. We don't want to have something like 1.1.1.1.1.1. No, we don't want to go that far. I mean, at most 1.1.1, 1.1.2, 1.1.3. I mean, if there's a subtopic under 1.1.3, then you want to do it, say 1.1.3 point say 1. All right, but then I don't think nobody would want to keep having subtopics under the topics. If they keep happening that way, just keep them as they are and then just bolding it. Okay, you don't necessarily have to include that one too in your table of contents. All right, okay, so I'm going to do this one times new Roman. Then I'm going to do this one 12 and justify, and then double spacing, automatically updates. Okay, so I'm done. Now notice something. The moment I click OK, my table of contents pop up. It pops up. All right, the way I have typed it in the report. So remember that when I was typing the main headings like abstract, acknowledgements, those things, I used capital letters, and then I used sentence keys for the other titles or headings. Okay, so that's exactly how it has appeared. I wanted chapter 2, under the chapter 2 I wanted to have rubber ties, then under the rubber ties, types of rubber ties. Then we come out. So if you do a little bit of Python or coding, you know, we break out with a look. Then we now come to activate charcoal. Then under the activate charcoal, we have the types. Then we now break out. Then there's priorities in that order. Now this one, you can format it any way you want it to appear. Okay, any way we want it to appear. Now look at the interesting bit over here. If I hold Control and then I click on anything in the table of contents, it will automatically direct me to the particular page. I have that thing there. So let's say I want to get to literature review. I just hold Control, click on the literature review, automatically it carries me to that particular page. All right, so now that is that about the table of contents. So let us also look at how to do your page numbering. Okay, how to do your page numbering. It's one thing that can really stress you. So let me come to the first page. Now your first page is supposed to take your title case. Okay, so hold on, I'm coming. Okay, how did this thing appear? Oh, I believe because it was a different window. That is why it didn't appear in this one. But then if you follow the voice, if you follow the audio, and you open your laptop, you can follow it, and then you would see it. All right. So I believe that should help, because at a point I'm presenting one window. So if I open a new thing, it comes as a new window. So because I don't have that one to present, or let me probably present this one, display capture. Maybe that one will help. All right, let's see. Probably this one would help. It should help. All right. So pardon me for the earlier part, okay, and then when you go through the audio, so I'll just showing you how to do the table of contents. Let me quickly run through it because I've done this twice already. So let's see. All right, so I have my table of contents somewhere down here. Okay, so let me just delete it and then take it through again. All right, so after doing everything, if I want to get to my table of contents, I'll just come to references. I'll just go to table of contents on the far left side. If I click on it, I have these types over here. So this is what I was demonstrating. Then I came to custom. Then another custom. I made it I made it four levels. Okay. All right. Then there's modify over here. So TOC1, you modify it times New Roman everything to suit your formatting style. Okay, which is 12 times New Roman, justify, and then double spacing. Okay. All right. Then you do for TOC2, that one you modify it. Then you do for TOC3, you modify it, and then TOC4, you modify it. After that, just click OK. Then automatically your table of contents pops up. All right. So that should be good for the table of contents. Now let's look at the page numbering. As I was saying, the first page is supposed to be for your title page. That's where you're going to have your name, the project title, and all of those things. We do it at the very latter parts. So this page is supposed to be for that thing. And mind you, this page is not supposed to be numbered. The title page is not numbered. The numbering starts from the abstract, okay, and that one you're supposed to use the Roman numerals, the I, until you get to the main body. The main body starts from the introduction. That is where you start with page 1, page 2 downwards. All right. So now this page is not supposed to be numbered. So if you look at it, you have three different sections. The section where you don't number the page, the section where you number it using the Roman numerals there, I, and I things. All right. Yeah. Then the section 3 is where you use the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order. Okay. So now we are going to do some section breaks. You have to break the sections into the various 3 sections I've described so that you'll be able to do our page numberings in that order. So now when I come here, I'll just keep this one at the latter part of the page. All right, the ending part of the page. Remember that I said we are not supposed to number this page, but already had numbered it. I had done it page 1. Don't worry. Anyway it is, you can always make the corrections if you follow the procedure I'm going to show you. Now we are going to come to insert, I guess, insert. Then on the far right end, you see break page. If I click on the break page, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to go to insert. Nah, no, I don't want to go to insert. Let's go to layout. All right, yeah. So under the layout, you see breaks. Okay. Now this is the page break that we saw at the insert, but that's not what we are going to be using right now. We are supposed to use this one. This one says that insert a section break and start a new section on the next page. So remember I was explaining to you the types of sections you're going to have. We're going to have 3 sections. The section that we don't number it, the sections where the page numberings are supposed to be Roman numerals, and the sections where you're supposed to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to number the page. So I'm going to break this section over here. So the first section where you're not supposed to number it, I've broken it. All right. So now let me align this one well. So when I come down all the way to let me do it this way. I'm going to go all the way to where the body starts. So the body starts from introduction. All right. Okay, so this is my introduction. Now when I come to this is the literal review. So let me go back to the introduction. Okay, so the body starts from here. So the page right before where the main body starts, that's where the next section is supposed to end. All right. So this one, so you pay attention to where section 1 ends. Remember, the section 1 ends on the first page. That's why I did it there. The section 2 is going to end at where probably your list of figures is going to end. All right, and from that point you're going to have the main body, the introduction, and all of those things. So over here you want to insert your page break somewhere here. So let's assume that I have some figures here. I'm going to show you how to generate your table of figures. Okay, so let's assume that I have some figures here. Figure 1 dot, 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 let me just type something sensible. All right, so say I have figure 1, all right, dot 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 dot, dot on a particular page. This one you're not supposed to type it, you are supposed to generate it already. So we go through how to generate it. So that one too is supposed to be on a particular page, say 27, all right, then we're going to have figure 3, that one is also going to be on a particular page, all right, say 50. So then at the end of that particular page, you're supposed to move this one to the next page. All right, so at the end of that particular page, I'm supposed to insert a section break. All right, so this is the section breaks. Don't use page breaks. I remember when I was in first year, I was struggling with this because I was trying to use page breaks and it wasn't making sense. Use section break. Okay, so next page. All right, so realize that there's a section break over here. Now let me show you how you are going to visibly see that the sessions have been broken. Okay, so if I come here, there's a session break at the page 1, but I can't see where the session break is. But when I come to the menu bar or whatever bar you call it, and I come to home, there's this small icon over here that nobody pays attention to. How is it? It's called show or hide. All right, when you use control plus star, you see it. Now the show or hide is supposed to show you where if you tap enter. All right, so if let me show you. So show, you realize that all these spaces we didn't do anything there, so we just hit enter 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 enter. So that's why we are having all these icons there. Enter 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 enter. You see, so if I come to the main work, let me go to where I've typed something. If I come to the main work over here, you see that after typing all these things, I hit enter. It took me to the next line, then enter the next paragraph, enter. All right, so that's how they show. Over here you can't see the icon in anywhere because I didn't use enter until I was done typing the entire thing, then there's some enter. But if you look at it, can you see the page break? You see I inserted some break somewhere. You can see this page break over here. Was I supposed to use page break or section break? Let me see. It's supposed to be section break. This one is section break. Then the down here is also supposed to be section break. I don't know why it is page break. Maybe I use page break option. I'm supposed to use section break. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. Okay, there's a section break over here. Yeah, there's a section break over here. But what is the page break? Remember I told you that we are not supposed to use page break. So if I hadn't done the show hide thing, I wouldn't have realized that I did some page break somewhere. All right, but because I did the show hide thing, I realized that I did some page break. So I'm just going to delete it by just using the delete sign. So until I get this one here, I hit it all the way to the next page. Don't worry about the fact that the formatting style has been tempered it over here. Just select it and then go to heading 1 to automatically realign. Okay, so we are good. Now after doing the session breaks, I'm going to go to session 1. Already there's a page number over here, but you're not supposed to do any page number. So when I come to session 1, I'll be at session 1. Okay, then I'll come to insert. Then I'll come to page numbers or page number. You see it somewhere around this side. Because we are not supposed to use any page number on the section 1, I'm just going to do remove. When I did the remove, you see that it's gone. All right, so right now I can do the show hide thing. I can hide it. It's making the work some way. So let me just hide this thing. All right, okay, we are good. So I just went to page numbers and I did I removed the page number. Now the section 2 starts from abstract, but from here downwards you are supposed to number it. Okay, so when I come to the abstract, that page, then I'll then again go to insert, come to page number, then I'll format the page number. You have to format it so that you would have the exact way you want it to look. So when I come to format, the number format, I'm supposed to change this one to Roman numerals, I, and that order. All right, so now if you look down here, page numbering, we are starting from I. Somebody may want to start from I, but I don't know why you don't want to start from I. I mean, you start from I. So so you start from I. Make sure that you don't do continue from previous section. Do start at. All right, then you start from I. Let's see what happens. Nothing showed because we didn't choose anything, but we have done the formatting. So we are now going to go back to the page number again. Then we now decide where to place it at the bottom. Okay, so anywhere you want to place it, either this side or this side or at the center. All right, but let me just use one of these styles. Let me just use this one. So you can see on the far right hand that we have page I over there. Now let's see, that's supposed to be on the abstract. Yeah, page I. Now let's see what happened to the first page. There's page 1 over there. let me quickly remove it. I don't know why what is doing there. So come to page number, remove page. Let me see. This one is also removed. Okay, let me check my section break. Maybe I didn't do something right. So wait, I'm coming. Let me see. So I've removed this one. Let me come to this one. Let me come and place this page numbers again. So insert page number. Let me first format it to the way I want it. Okay, this way. So we are starting at. Okay. All right. Then let me just place it somewhere. So page number bottom somewhere here. Let me check my session breaks. Okay, now let me correct something. If you look at this session break, okay, you see that the session break actually comes before the page number. I don't know what exactly this one means, but let me try to do some correction over here real quick. Let me undo all my session breaks. Let me undo all the session breaks I've done earlier. Okay. Let me see if it is still there. Okay, let me do this. Pardon me, I'm trying to undo and show you something else. Okay. All right, so I believe by now it should be undone. But it's still there. Okay, so it's not there any longer. Now the session break, we are going to use it on the first page. Sorry, I mean on the next page. Remember when I was doing it earlier, we did it on the previous page, but right now we are going to do it on the abstract instead of doing it on this first page. Okay, so abstract. Let me come to insert layout, section break, and where is it? All right, so there's it. Okay, okay, so let me use heading 1 for this. Then let me break it at not table of contents. Now you have page break all out across this place. All right. So over here too, I'm going to start from where this one starts. So right on the first page on the first line. Then I'm going to insert. I'm going to go to layout breaks. Then I'm going to use session break. Okay. All right. So now let's try to do the page numberings again. This one should work. Okay, so when I come to the first page, we said that this one we're not supposed to do any page number. So you come to insert page number, you remove the numbers. Okay, all right. Then when I come to the section, the second section, we start from the abstract. Okay, so from here, once I'm at my cursor is somewhere around this side, I can just come to insert page number. I'll format it. I'll make sure that I first use the I thing. Start from I. Yeah. All right. Then bottom of the page, so it's supposed to be say here. All right, now let me see what's happening to the first page. Oh, it came again. Whoa, what is happening? Let me see. I'm coming. Let me open a whole new document. I believe I had done something earlier. That is, let me open a whole new document and then try to do my formatting over there. Okay, so I have this document over here. Okay, let me use this document. So let me see. Use a filter I guess. Okay. All right, so I had done this already. Okay, so I'm going to spoil the formatting by using a normal. Remember I told you earlier that when you start it and then you don't do the no spacing thing, and then after doing everything you highlight everything and you do no spacing, or the whole formatting will be disrupted. So this whole formatting is spoiled. Okay, so let me go up and see something. All right, so there's a session break over here. Let me try to remove it. Okay, so that's my let me remove this show hide thing. All right, so supposed to have my abstract on the next page. Okay, so here. All right, then acknowledgement on the next page. I believe I had done something earlier in that work that I didn't pay attention to. That's why I'm having that troubles. So let's keep it this way. Okay, or I can probably just open it. Let me just open a new document that I have not worked on before and then just type something. So let's say we have this. I'm just using this one to demonstrate the page numbering to you. Okay, all right, so let's say I have this type here. Let me just copy it and then paste throughout. All right, so let's say I have this one should be good. I have this number of pages and I'm supposed to break them into the page one where I don't number it, then the second session. So let me just create some free space over here so that I'll have my page one over there. All right, so right at the beginning or probably at the end, let me see, let me try with the end first. I'm going to come to layouts. I'm going to do my breaks. Let's page. Okay, so I've done a session break over here. Okay, so then maybe somewhere around this side, let me do another section break over here. So layout break, I'm going to use session break. Okay, over here. All right, so now let me do my show height thing. All right, so we can see that there's a session break here and there's another section break. Another section break is supposed to be somewhere around, where is it? I didn't insert it, sorry. Let me do it right now. Okay, oh sorry, it's actually here. Okay, so it was hidden. All right, let me keep it here. So now let me go to section 1, which is the empty space. Over here we are not supposed to number it, so let's leave it as it is. Now let me come to section 2. So the section 2 starts from this page, go to page numbering. So insert page number, formats, I, then I'm going to do start with I. Okay, all right, okay, so then I'm going to go back to page number, select the style that I want. So we should use this style and see. All right, so I have my I here. Now let me see over here. Okay, it is still there. Then what am I not doing right? I'm doing something not rightly. Let me see. I'm not doing something rightly. Let me check. Mm. Okay, I'll do a quick check and then I'll get back to it. Okay, so I'm not doing something rightly. I mean, it's not supposed to be here. Let's see. All right, so let's go to another thing. I'll find out before this video ends, and I'll bring you back to it. Okay, so let's go back to the work that we're doing. I believe I closed it already. Okay. So the next thing I was going to show you was how to enter or how to insert an image and then caption the image. Okay, so let me see if I have some images in this work. Okay, so yeah, so I have some images over here, and then I captioned them. Okay, but then let me just clear everything, and then I'm going to deal with this empty space as if there's nothing there. I'm just going to insert images on various pages. I'm going to show you how to caption it and then how to reference it. Okay, or how to generate your list of um, tables or table of figures. Okay, so let me open this thing again. Okay, let me see if I have some images on this machine. Okay, so there's some pictures over here, so I'm just going to insert any of these pictures. Let me insert, say, two of them in the document that we are working with. Okay, so let me just insert these two. Now, how do you insert it? You can just select it, and then after selecting, just drag and drop. Okay, that's a way of inserting. So when you drag and drop it, it just go somewhere. So I inserted two pictures, and then they chose to settle at the bottom. So the first thing that you want to do if you insert a picture is to right click on it. Then okay, so I have the let me see, I have the picture. So right click on it, and then, or probably when you come to formats, picture formats. Okay, so this is what I want us to do, the wrap test. Okay, so I want us to do it behind test. Anytime you insert a picture, the first thing you want to do is the wrap test. Do it behind test. If you do it behind test, that is when you can edit the picture as and how you want it to be. I mean, increase the size, decrease the size, move it around. If you don't do that, let me try to move this thing around. You realize that it will not move as freely as I want it to move. I'm trying to move it, but then it will only move, I don't know, but it's not moving the way I want it to move. You see, I'm trying to move it over here, but it's not coming. All right, but then let me just go to picture tools, formats, and then come to wrap test, and then I should use behind test. All right, now once I use behind test, I'll be able to move it the way I want. You can see I can freely move it to whichever place I want it to be. This one too, I've done it already, so I can freely move it. All right, so let's assume that I have these two figures somewhere, so on the second page and then on the, say, the third page. All right, I'll have to caption it. Now most of the times, I don't know how you people caption it, but then most of the times you just want to bring your, I mean, your cursor over here and then just type something under the picture. Say a picture of, I don't know, a man in hoodie or something. All right, so something like this. Then I don't know, then you try to keep it around here. That's not how it is done. This is never done anywhere. So you just click on the picture. When you right click on it, you see I don't know why I'm not seeing this thing over here. I was supposed to see captions. Okay, but if I'm not seeing it over here, it's not a big deal. I can go to, as I have the picture, I can go to references. Okay, when I come to references, I can see insert captions over here. All right, remember that the picture is selected. When I come to insert captions, now the label is over here. So we have equation, figure, and then table. This one is not a table. This one is not an equation. It's a figure. Okay, so I'll select figure. Then now our position of the caption for pictures is supposed to be below the selected item. All right, so I'm going to keep it as below the selected item, and then I'm going to name it. So already automatically you have figure one there. Okay, you can't change it because it's the first figure in the table, in the document. So that one I can't do anything about it. I can only type to add it. If I try to delete the figure one, it doesn't work. All right, so let me bring a column over here and say a picture of a man wearing a hoodie. All right, so something like this. Now if I do okay, it's supposed to be somewhere here. All right, so that is it. So that's the caption. The caption was just hidden behind the picture. You can just move it the way you want it to move. The caption also comes with its own box. It comes with something like a text box, so you can also move it around. All right, but you want to keep it right under the picture, and then select the caption. Hold Control, select the picture, So this is the caption. Hold control, select the picture. All right, so I guess I have the two of them selected. So let me see if I can group format. Wait, what am I doing? So I've selected the caption. I'm coming. I'm trying to select the two of them together. Then I would select this and then select this. Okay, so I have this one selected. Oh, why is this not working? Ah. I'm supposed to select this one and the picture also. So you should try it on a machine, it should work. I don't know why it's not working over here. So after selecting the picture like and the caption like this, when you hold plus, you should be able to select the picture too. Now, once you are done selecting the two of them all together, you can group it. Let me see. Let me select this picture and then uh, okay, so I don't know what is about this particular picture. Let me delete it. I'll insert it again. But let me work with this picture. This picture was working when I was doing the selection. Okay, let me work with this picture. Let's assume that this is the picture that I've captioned. When I select the picture and then I select the caption, or I select the caption and I hold control and I select the picture, it should work. You see, right now I've been able to select the two of them all together. All right. So I believe I don't know what is wrong with this particular office I'm using right now, but then let's assume that nothing is wrong. So I've been able to select the two of them together. So you see, I can move the two of them together. Now you do want to come to just right click on it and then group. Now when you group them, what happens is the caption becomes a part of the picture. All right. So at any point in time, if you move the picture anywhere, the picture goes to the caption. You can see it. Okay. Because if you don't take care, you may do your work and then your caption will be working on the second page and then the picture is also on the third page. All right. So let's assume that this one is for that. Now let me come and insert that particular picture again. I believe it doesn't misbehave this time around. All right. So this is the picture. Let me insert it right here. And then if I insert, I'll come to format and then wrap text. I'm going to do behind text. Okay. All right. So I've done behind text. Then I'll move it to where I want it to be. All right. No, let me see the format of the picture. I believe the picture is not it's not JPEG. Let me check the details. Probably that's why. Oh, it actually is JPEG. So what is happening? All right. So let me see. Let me try to caption this one too. So I come to references and insert captions. All right. Automatically to go to figure 2 because there's a first figure there. Then I just type the name. Say a red picture, something. Okay, select this one. I don't know, but this particular picture, if I try to select the caption and then the picture together, it doesn't work. But it should work. It should work for your pictures. Okay, this is not my laptop, so I mean, let me see if I can see another picture somewhere. Uh, there's no picture anywhere. I mean, a picture that I can reach. I can't find anything like that. Okay, so there's a picture here. Let me try to use this picture instead of the one that I'm using. So let me just drag this one over here and then okay. So as I said earlier, you want to do your test wrap behind tests. Okay, great. This one is working now. Let me delete this one and its caption. So then after behind test, I will want to caption this thing. So I come to references, insert caption, figure 2. Okay. So let me do it our values. All right. Okay. So if I select our values and I select the picture, you see right now it's working. So that particular picture, I don't know why it wasn't working. So then I can come to, I can just right click on it and I'll group it. All right. So now you see we have picture one. We've captioned it. Now this caption over here, you can edit it. Once you select it, when you come to home, say Times New Roman, you want to keep this one as 12, and then you want to make this one black. But then most of the times the captions they are left like that, okay. But I also want to keep my things the way I want them to look, okay. So let me make this one Times New Roman 12, and then let me remove the italic, and then the font color, let me make it automatic, okay, so that it will be black. All right, then I'm going to do same with this one too. All right, so home Times New Roman, this one's supposed to be 12, and then let me remove the italic and then automatic. All right, so now when I come to my work, you see we had some list of figures somewhere. So under the list of figures, I've deleted that, and that's why I'm not using it, because what I wanted to show you with, which was how to generate the table of contents, I've done that already. Okay, so now let's assume that over here I have my list of figures, which is heading one. So under it, I'll just come to references. I'll come to insert table of figures. It's when we wanted to insert table of contents, we just came to table of contents, but this one I'm going to use insert table of figures. All right, then that one too, you can modify the way the text appears. So I'm going to modify this one, table of figures linked. I'm going to do this one Times New Roman. I'm going to do this one 12, and then automatically it should be then the spacing and then the justification. All right, okay, so the list just appears. All right, so we have figure one, a picture of a man wearing a hoodie, and then figure two, our values. So that's how I caption them, and then the page numbers automatically just pop up. You don't have to go and find which particular page the picture is. All right, once you caption it and they use the caption, the way of captioning, just as I taught you, it will automatically work this way. All right, now let's try to see something else. Let me see. Wow, it's getting late. Okay, so let's try to I'm checking my plan. All right, so if you look at how to insert pictures and how to caption them, how to generate the table of pictures and figures. All right, so page setup, we look at it. If you look at formatting, page numbering, and page break. Okay, so that's what we have to do, the page numbering. I don't know why it didn't work in the first case or in the earlier whatever. But let me just clear this one from here. Let me just remove this page number from here and then start the entire process again. All right. Uh, okay. There's something supposed to be around the side. Mm, let me see insert. Um, give me a minute, okay. Paragraph button.